This is the biggest nightmare for narcissists about their former supply. Hey there, everyone. Today, we're diving into a topic that might just turn your understanding of narcissists upside down. Yes, you heard that right. Narcissists have fears too, and they're not what you might expect. These fears are deeply rooted, stemming from their past experiences and relationships. And trust me, what we're about to uncover might just blow your mind. Picture this, a fear so intense that it sends shivers down a narcissist's spine at the mere thought of it being exposed. Intrigued? Well, you're in for a wild ride. So buckle up as we unravel the most profound fear lurking within narcissists when it comes to their former partners or past relationships. Trust me, this revelation might leave you speechless. It's important to recognize that narcissists, despite what many believe, to feel fear deeply. These fears tap into their deepest insecurities and emotional wounds, driving them to great lengths to avoid facing them. When triggered, these fears can lead narcissists to react with sudden silence or launch smear campaigns. Now let's delve into the fear that haunts narcissists the most. Their biggest fear is the prospect of you leaving them, of choosing to walk away. This strikes at the heart of their deepest insecurities. Narcissists will do everything in their power to prevent you from leaving. Think back on your past relationship. How many times did they try to stop you from leaving? Even after you made the decision to go, they might have tried to lure you back. The idea of you leaving terrifies them because it represents their worst nightmare: abandonment. To them, being abandoned means being rejected. This thought fills them with dread because it suggests that you're actively choosing to reject them and end the relationship. They desperately want you to stay with them. The moment you see through their facade and decide to leave is a moment of sheer terror for them, something they'll do anything to avoid. They don't want you to realize or acknowledge the toxicity of their behavior. Despite their efforts to conceal it, they're aware, on some level, of what they're doing. This self-awareness is significant because it suggests that their actions towards you are deliberate and driven by a specific motive, not just random or impulsive. It's important for us to take a step back and examine how these individuals manage to trap us in these relationships, manipulating us into staying despite everything. For narcissists, the idea of someone leaving them feels like rejection, a clear sign that they're no longer wanted or needed in our lives. This truth is hard for them to swallow. They want us to stick around, even if they can't provide a healthy relationship. They'll do whatever it takes to stop us from leaving, or to lure us back if we do go. But things change if we've inflicted what's known as a narcissistic injury. If we've hurt or exposed them in a significant way, there's no chance of reconciliation. The embarrassment would be too much for them to bear. Their greatest fear is not being able to win us back. In fact, it's not just a fear, but their deepest one. The fear that we'll see them for who they truly are, choose to leave, and reveal their true nature to others. This would mean exposure and vulnerability for them, triggering their anxieties. It's crucial to realize that narcissists thrive on the validation they get from those around them. If people start to see through their facade and understand their motives, they won't get the validation they crave. And let me tell you, this validation means everything to them. Narcissists are deeply affected when people decide to leave or abandon them. It often brings up memories of childhood experiences where they felt emotionally abandoned. These experiences left them with deep emotional scars and triggered crises they couldn't fully understand at the time. All they knew was that it hurt a lot and was incredibly hard to deal with. That's why it's so important for narcissists that we don't leave or see through their facade, because these situations bring up painful memories from their past and expose vulnerabilities they'd rather keep hidden. Narcissists know exactly what they're doing and why they're doing it. But changing their behavior isn't on their radar because their current actions fulfill their needs perfectly. Think about it. If everything you wanted was being handed to you, why would you bother changing? Meeting their needs is everything to them. It's like getting the love and attention they missed out on when they were growing up. This need is at the core of who they are, guiding every move they make. It might seem strange that something so small could drive their whole personality, but trust me, it's a big deal. This longing goes way back to their childhood. and now it's the main engine behind everything they do as adults. To really understand why narcissists act the way they do, you have to get inside their heads. Their whole world revolves around trying to fill the gaps left by their childhood, whether it's craving acceptance, love, or just wanting attention. Everything they do ultimately boils down to these basic desires. It might seem odd from the outside, but grasping this idea helps shed light on their behavior. Narcissists are terrified of being exposed by their former partners. They dread the idea of these exes seeing them for who they truly are and revealing their true selves. Yet, despite this fear, they can't seem to change their behavior because it fulfills a need that wasn't met when they were kids. Now, as adults, they're laser focused on satisfying this old need, no matter the cost. Narcissists often seem like they're drifting through life without a clear sense of who they are. It's important to remember that they see the world differently from us. Their take on things can be pretty far off from reality, often driven by past trauma or their big ego. Even though their behavior might seem strange or consistent, it's just how they roll. Their actions stem from old wounds and a deep need for you to stick around and love them forever. But let's be real, life doesn't always work out like that. Sticking with a narcissist isn't always healthy or possible. And for them, the thought of being rejected or left behind is terrifying. It brings up all those old childhood wounds they never got over. Once you realize that they're all about getting a reaction from you and seeking validation, you start to see that every move they make is carefully calculated. They're laser focused on getting what they want from you, and that's pretty much all they care about. It's a tough pill to swallow, but their whole game is about getting people to fall for them and do what they want. And they're not above using tricks like mirroring your behavior or messing with your head to get their way. When a narcissist wants someone to like them or approve of them, they'll do whatever it takes to blend in with that person. Showing their true selves is risky because they might get rejected. So they put on a mask and act just like the person they're trying to impress. Every interaction is a big deal for them because they desperately want everyone to like them or fall in love with them. They can't handle the idea of someone not being into them, so they resort to sneaky tactics like copying your behavior and messing with your head. So here's the deal. Understanding all this helps explain why narcissists act the way they do. It all boils down to their fear of being rejected and the stuff they didn't get as kids that still messes with them as adults. That's why they're always trying to make you like them by copying your personality and showering you with love and attention. They pick people who seem kind and caring because they figure those folks won't ditch them. It's all part of the plan to keep you close and make sure they get what they want from you. And let's be real, they're not about to let you go once they realize you're onto them. They're not so much interested in winning you back as they are in making sure they keep getting whatever you've been giving them. Sure, there might be a little bit of genuine interest in you, but mostly it's about what you can do for them. In simple terms, narcissists see people as tools or objects rather than real humans with feelings. They only care about what others can do for them. Once you understand this, you realize that any relationship with a narcissist isn't genuine. It's all about what they can get from you. It's important for anyone dealing with a narcissist to know that things won't get better. Narcissists usually can't change, even if they wanted to. In wrapping up our exploration of navigating relationships with narcissists, it's clear that understanding their deep-seated fears and unmet needs is crucial. While it can shed light on their behavior, it's important to recognize that genuine change is unlikely. Everyone deserves healthy, respectful relationships, rooted in mutual understanding. Thank you for delving into this intricate topic with me. If you found this discussion helpful, please show your support by liking, sharing, and subscribing to our channel. Your engagement allows us to keep sharing valuable insights. And don't forget to check out the free book and consider scheduling a one-on-one consultation linked in the description. Remember, knowledge empowers us to navigate complex relationships better. Let's continue this journey of learning and discovery together. With our collective efforts, we can make a difference in how we understand and engage with others, especially those exhibiting narcissistic traits. Until next time, take care of yourselves and each other.